Nice. That's supposed to be a bad thing in D&D, but I guess that works.
Yeah.
Well, the whole premise of the the campaign is you're trying to get rid of the infected parasite in your brain. But in order to do that, you must grasp it and use its powers. Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it. Yeah, of course. Oh, there's the chief scoring. If the Chiefs win, I will unalive myself.
That doesn't sound good.
Firmly grasp.
Telling you, man. My boy say
That boy is hard. Pause.
By far, best running back. Should have been that way for years if he wouldn't have played for the stinking Giants.
Oh, I can buy 10 copies of the. Like, are we next campaign? Are we like are we looking into these 2024 rule books? Because like I don't. There's so much. I don't even know where to start.
I'm fine with not learning them.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna learn them, and then maybe I'll be like, oh, let me implement those like 2 rules. But we're just gonna stick with this system because I don't feel like changing.
Perfect. Me neither.
Also, I feel like because I like 5e so much that I'm gonna be the kind of guy. I'm gonna be the person that like the people that won't shut up about 3.5 and how good it was. And I'm like, well, so in 20 years, I'm gonna be talking about how good 5e is and how I won't change.
Out before 5e, I didn't start watching. Actually, I think I started watching it right before the transformation between whatever was before. Or no, because I started watching with Critical Role, and they weren't using They weren't using 5e to begin with. They were using something else. Can't remember what it's called.
Let's see which dice is going to be good to me today.
We have Wi-Fi 6e.
We have what?
Wi-Fi 6e.
And then they transferred over, and it kind of screwed over some of their players. They like transferred over like mid campaign or something like that, or near the beginning of their campaign.
When you say 5e, I think of like the Wi-Fi protocol 5e.
Oh, of course. I don't know what that is. Dude, all my homies love 5e.
My freaking like when I level up, all right, it like contradicts. Like my next time I level up, or the next like benchmark level up is like level 8 or something like that.
I was gonna say every time you level up, you just message me about how it's like, oh, this doesn't give me anything.
Well, it literally like so my next benchmark level up contradicts basically what I have now. Is because like the level 8 one is to make your wild shape better, and it allows you to wild shape into creatures that least challenge rate 1. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The one I just I already received that from the very beginning because I took Circle of the Land.
Yeah.
But now the one that I got at level 6 allows me to transform into challenge rate 2 and below already. So the next one that I get is like completely useless to me because it just allows me to go. It would allow a regular druid to transform into challenge rate 1 when I'm already going to be at challenge rate 2.
Let's see what cool things you can turn into.
I have some.
Hold on. You can turn into an Allosaurus.
Well, I mean, I didn't choose that one because of the fact that I don't know.
Because you're a sea elf on a boat.
No, yeah, it's because like I wanted to make it kind of like realistic to the point of like you kind of have to know what it is.
You can turn into a skeletal zombie, or sorry, a skeletal minotaur.
So I chose like ones that you probably would know. Maybe even I chose just like regular ones.
You can turn into like dragon wormlings.
I got boar, constrictor, shark, polar bear, and a saber-tooth.
Can you turn into these nuts?
I could probably.
Let's see.
They'd be
What
very
challenge rating?
susceptible. What's that?
What challenge rating are those nuts? Probably not that high.
I don't even know what that means.
0.01.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever mentioned a challenge rating to someone like Pritch. So
It's just challenge rating is just basically how like animal rating of how. Is it just all monsters or is it animal? Just
it's
animals?
everything. Every single creature or monster or anything like that has a challenge rating. So
Just like I guess in
It's-
easy terms, it's how
it's-
good they are, basically.
it's supposed to be what XP they give, but only my real D&D homies don't use XP because that's stupid. So like a challenge rating quarter thing gives 50 XP. A challenge rating two thing gives 450. A challenge rating 15 gives 13,000. It just keeps going up. What does Tarrasque give? Tarrasque gives 155,000 XP. If you guys killed a Tarrasque at level 6, I probably would just give you level 7. I'm I don't know, maybe level 8.
But I mean, that depends on if I ever use it. I still have yet to use magic in front of people.
He's a little gun shy.
So technically, nobody still knows that I know how to use magic. Because every time I've used it, I've either gone and hid somewhere or gone where no one can see me.
All right. Are we all ready? I think this is it. I don't think we wait for Tyler because I personally, if I were going through stuff, I would not be here. So,
The stuff I heard about today.
yeah. Well, he was in the chat, but like, I would not. I
Well,
would not
I
play.
explained to him further.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I would not. I would not be a D&D. So, we won't wait for him. And Derek's not here, so it'll be a fun. Yeah.
Just for a funny thing, guess what I took this is for Rich and Riley. I chose a new spell. I chose Beam.
Oh, did you?
Is that Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Baldur's Gate, there's
last
like a combination that isn't in D&D right. Like
it's a cheese.
Yeah, it's basically like you can cast Beam and then you can cast Sanctuary on yourself, and it makes you basically invincible. You can just continue to move your Moonbeam around, because like Moonbeam, you cast it, and then every turn you can use your action to just move it around 60 feet, which is the same on here in D&D. You can move it 60 feet to wherever you want to.
Man, I gotta play Baldur's Gate.
But Baldur's Gate, if you cast Sanctuary on yourself after, you're not allowed to be targeted for attacks.
Ooh, maybe I'll start playing Baldur's Gate in April. I'm officially done school in April, so we'll see.
So like literally, you just become invincible, and you just move your team around and kill everybody.
So D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, Pirates. Oh my. So long story short, it is the next morning. You've actually, hold on, you're gonna have to zoom out. You're not here. You are down here.
I gotta
Zoom out and go down to the left. So it's the next morning after killing Mayor Slade and ridding the town of any sort of leadership whatsoever. So,
what was the reason for that?
So Mayor Slade was a slad. You were here for killing the sheriff, right?
Yep.
Actually, but I think you've been gone for 2 sessions, Shadow.
I think so. Because you weren't there when we went down to the sewers after we figured out Mr. Crawdaddy died, right?
No,
I haven't been here for.
Oh, sorry, no, we went to investigate Mrs. Crawdaddy's death, and then the following day,
I'm
Mr.
I'm just gonna drop a bunch of things right beside you, Shadow. They don't exist, but they're just here for you.
But
you'll understand in 2, 3, 2, 1. So these are slads. They're like giant frog creatures, and they can shapeshift into people.
They can get you pregnant.
They can get you pregnant. Riley and Torga and Hops were pregnant, or infected, I guess, with eggs. So they went down to the sewers. Mrs. Crawdaddy died. They came back to town. They found out she was dead. They went down to the sewers to look for clues because the sewer opening was kind of near where she died, and they found a bunch of these red and blue guys, and they were just looking for Daddy. They were looking for Daddy, couldn't figure out what was going on. And there was a bunch of eggs down there. Not fun times. So they killed all of them, and then found out that the sewers lead directly to the jailhouse or to the sheriff's office. They went up there. One thing led to another. Turns out the sheriff was this guy over here, and they're like, "Uh-oh," and they killed him. Boom. Story over. Just kidding. Mr. Crawdaddy died too. Oh no. Who was the last person he talked to? Mayor Slade. Mayor Slade, why do you have blood all over you? Oh, I was butchering some pigs. No, you weren't. One thing led to another. They met Mayor Slade in the sewers as he was trying to lay more eggs to make a bunch of more of these little red guys, and they murderated him. So now the town does not have a mayor or anything like that.
I hear Crawdaddy, I think.
The League?
TV show.
The League? I was gonna say you said the League.
Ligma nuts.
Got him. So long story short, you guys got a very well-deserving rest after a lot of frog impregnation and fighting. And it's the next morning. So I asked the party last session, do you want to set sail or do you want to elect a new mayor? And they were very interested in electing a new mayor first. So it's the next morning. Meryl Haggard serves you up some fish slop, good, bad, warm, cold fish slop. It's just as good / bad as the last day you had it. And yeah, it's now up to you guys to have an election. I will tell you. So long story short, like, it's up to you guys how you want to plan this election and how you plan to have candidates picked. But I will tell you that at this point, your party, with the death of the sheriff and Mayor Slade, your party being known as this band and being known as these adventurers, you are the most powerful people in town. So what you say, so it's pretty much up to you on determining how this election / these candidates are going to be picked. So it is up to you how you want to go about this.
Like we're like discussing that we're gonna hold like a.
Well, you guys have said that you want to elect a new mayor, but I mean, obviously, we've talked about having an election and a debate process, but it is up to I'm kind of leaving it up to you instead of railroading you, like, to how we get that to that point. Because obviously, you can't just have everyone willy-nilly sign up to try to be mayor. It has to have some sort of what's the word? Some sort of
can have nominations.
I would say, yeah, like they campaign and like nominate themselves, and then we like select.
How many?
Yeah.
3?
Well,
how many years ago?
Here's the problem. I will just be transparent. Because Tyler's not here, I was going to have 3 of you. Now, you could say I could just be the third person and answer the questions as well, but the problem is I'm rating how you guys answer. And I don't want to also be answering debate questions myself and then rating who I think won the round.
I think we could just do it as 2. Like, we picked our top 2 contestants, and then...
And I'm obviously, like, I've given Shadow and Pritch both of the people who they're gonna be, so we have to get there. So, like, we could just get there if we wanted to and just kind of narrate it. Or you guys can tell me if you have any ideas how you want to get there.
I mean, I'm fine with just saying that, like, you know, we had put out, you know, that we're looking for a mayor, and we're gonna take the top 2 contenders, and then just go from there.
Beautiful. Yeah, so we are just railroading a bit, but that's okay, because it's fun. My kind of idea would be that to be an official candidate, you would have to have some prominent figure vouch for you. So, because then anyone could just really try to be a candidate. So last session before we ended, you guys had mentioned that maybe we could have Dusty apply, which you three are the most prominent people to do that. And there's another applicant who their paper comes across your desk, and this is an applicant who you've heard his name so many times in town, but you've never met him. And you get this paper across your desk, and it is Tyson Neal, the richest man in town, the guy with the massive boat, the guy whose daughter the other guys beat up. It was a whole big thing. They were in his mansion looking for hints. Tyson Neal applies, and you can tell that he's probably fear-mongered his way into this because he apparently has like all of the governing parties in the area vouching for him. So those through all of your processes, you have landed kind of on two candidates who you're going to who are going to be interviewed by a very trusted moderator who Torga has sought out and found, and it's going to be a process. So is before we go to the debate's going to be, it'll be in a couple days. So is there anything that you want to any of you want to quote do in a couple days?
Long rest.
Okay, you did that.
Okay.
Once upon a time, I don't remember at which island we were at, but I had whips being made.
Yes.
Do you remember where that was?
Yeah, at the Pirates Guild.
Okay,
perfect. He was going to make you He was going to make you one of each elemental whip.
Ooh. Did I somehow tell him to mail them here?
You know what? Yeah, because we did all forget. So at one point, a little gnome postman comes running in, and he's out of breath. He's like, package for Torga?
Hell yeah, sign here.
Yeah, so just sign here. Yeah, and here.
Sick,
yeah,
yep.
And two more down here.
Holy shit, all right.
Okay, one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and here you go. And he gives you a box. And yeah, you open it up, and there are 4 multicolored whips in this box, and they will do normal whip damage, but that damage will just be of the elemental type. So, what are the elemental types in D&D?
I'm pretty sure I also wrote them down in the notes somewhere.
Wind, water, earth, fire. Oh, no.
Earth, wind, and fire.
Fucking Avatar.
Yep, that's it. Yeah. There's 3 whips in there, and they do earth, wind, and fire damage. Because that's way funnier.
They sing to you.
They do.
I wrote it down as the blue whip is an ice whip, the orange was fire, and the green is dark green puffs.
Perfect. So,
but
poison.
I'm fine with just simplifying.
Yeah, so you got your 3 elemental whips. They won't do extra damage, they just will do that damage.
Perfect.
Harrison, you've been asleep on the boat for a while. Is there anything you want to do in town for the next couple days before the debate?
Not really, honestly. There's not really to do. Just chilling. I don't really have anything specific to do.
Also, I should probably let you know because you all know because I thought it was funny. I asked Derek who Tyler's character should be based off of for the debate, and Derek said Jerry from Rick and Morty.
Oh my god,
Jerry.
Oh,
yeah. So Tyler was gonna be like an unemployed fisherman who was just like kind of a man of the people, but also hated by everyone, and then he would be based off of Jerry. But Jerry is not here. Jerry decided to drop out of the race. So for the next 2 days, so you guys get straight to work in the morning after waking up. You get straight to work. You put up posters, and you spread the word. Like, a lot of people know that their mayor has died. A lot of people, like, it's not a very uncommon thing, and a lot of people are now aware that they were being governed by a monster and looked over by a monstrous sheriff as well. So there's a lot of civil unrest right now. There's a lot of uneasiness in the town of Farpost, and that uneasiness is turning into a lack of a lessening of the fishing industry, which in turn directly causes Farpost to be far less productive, far less financially stable, all of those things. So the party put up posters. You say, like, we're looking for a new mayor. Please, please give us your referral, whatever, and please be referred by one prominent member. Applicants must be referred by a prominent member of Farpost in order to be eligible, whatever. So you get a ton, and through vetting, obviously you guys have had this idea of seeing how Dusty would be. So you vet him, right? You like okay him right away, and then Tyson Neal and comes through, and you don't want to say no just because it seems like every single prominent figure other than you, the party, has okayed this guy. So you think, well, like, we've never met him, so he's got to be someone, okay? Like, he's got to be something, and we do know he's the richest man in town, so maybe he has some idea what to do with that. And then you get a bunch of different applications. Like, you get a bunch of applications for the 16 kids, and then they're just like, and then they all apply and they say their mom said yes or something like that. And like, you get random fishermen, and these fishermen, you can tell, are probably incredibly racist and like things the way they were and don't want them to ever change. And you kibosh that pretty quick. Yeah. And then you end up getting two candidates. You set up a debate between these two. You pick your moderator, and it is now time. After a couple rests, after a good night's sleep, we're going to go have our debate. So is everyone ready for their roles in this debate?
I have a question.
Yes.
Have we killed all of the slads that we know of?
That you know of, you've killed all of the slads. However, if you would like some peace of mind, over the next 2 days of campaigning and vetting people, you go and you kill every single remaining slad that you can possibly find.
Spoiler alert.
Wow. You could just not do that. It's up to you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You find you kill every slad that you can find. Let's say that. So there's a little mystery, but who knows? Did Hops ever drink the potion?
Nope.
I don't think he ever drank the potion.
Nope.
But we'll say he did because he's not here to defend himself. So here we are. Can everyone see from their token? Kind of. So did I move? Yeah, I did move you over. Can everyone see?
I see myself and Dusty, and a guy from Rick and Morty.
I don't know who.
Okay.
Jerry.
That is Jerry. Let me look at your screen shadow on your thing just quickly to make sure it's all set up. Okay, so I have tokens in front of you, but it doesn't work like that. So we're gonna do this.
You could put like us in the audience, right? Or behind the chairs, maybe?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put you all behind the chair. So I'm assuming, Shadow, you can now see Dusty.
I forget what Dusty looked like.
Yeah, so that's Dusty, and then this is Mr. You guys in the crowd can see that Mr. Tyson Neal has come. A very, very rich-looking man has sat beside the chair and beside Dusty. And then we'll do this for you. They can't see you, which is perfect. Put you right there. All right, it is.
Want to show them?
I was gonna kind of wait for them just to hear your voice if you were gonna do something fun with it, and then afterwards they can see who was their moderator.
I mean, I can definitely try.
they can see afterwards who their moderator is if you want. But so it is the night of the debate. Your party is sitting in the front of the audience, very excited to go. You see Tyson Neal. He is a very, very wealthy looking man. You know you know, in just passing by, that Tyson Neal owns the biggest fishing company in town, and he's a very smug, self-centered man who's now going against your Dusty. And for some reason, there's a very timid guy there who doesn't seem to say much. So, in terms of rules for D&D wise, here's how we're gonna do this. Okay, I have this in bold. Tell this to the party. So, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I've written down. Make sure you are trying your very best to answer these questions fully and in character. Riley's character, the moderator, will be asking you some questions and giving both of you opportunities to answer them in character as candidates. Whoever wins this debate, their actual character, so Dante versus Harrison, will get inspiration. So try your best because we all like inspiration. How this is going to work is whenever there's a round, like a question, I will deem in my own mind whoever wins that round wins that question based off of their answer. If you win that question, you get a +1. After the debate has happened, I will roll a d20. I'll bring my camera out. I'll roll a d20 for both characters. All of your bonuses you got from winning rounds will be added on top of that d20. So technically, one of you could win every round and roll a 6, and the other one could roll a nat 20 and still win. So it's very much similar to regular politics, but also similar to, or has the same type of D&D fashion. Anything could happen. So to to reiterate, try your best because the winner's going to get inspiration, and then also try your best because you want to win the round. But maybe you've won a bunch of rounds and you know that you can't win this round, so you back off a little bit. So just some things to keep in mind. I will roll in front of my camera after it's all done just to make sure, but I will hand it over to the moderator to start this off.
Well, welcome to the campaign games.
Do we actually know what like Dusty sounds like, or am I supposed to just like make up?
You're telling me what Dusty sounds like. I just play him as an old man, but you can do whatever you want.
See, didn't you play Tyson Neal? He's like Australian. He's the I'm Tyson Neal.
No, Tyson Neal has never been in this campaign.
He's never been voiced.
He's never been voiced.
Oh, he's just been talked about.
Yeah.
So you are telling us right now what Tyson Neal sounds like.
Okay.
No more interruption. Okay, we have the two contestants here on the debate show. We have contestant number 1. Please give us your voice and name.
Your voice.
Well, yes, of course. Everyone here knows me. I'm Tyson Neal, the wealthiest man in the town. Chairman and CEO of Neal Down Fisheries. I'm sure all of you are aware. I just, no one really put me up to this. I just think being the, of course, the richest and wealthiest man in town, that I should be considered for mayor.
Absolutely. Great. Okay, and contestant number 2. Please give us your voice and your name.
I'm Dusty. I work on the boat. I'm a really nice guy. I do really hard work. I think I would be a great mayor because I could bring this town lots of joy and happiness, and if something's broken, I really can fix it. And with my trusty hammer, my hammer here, and he lifts up his hammer. I really believe that we can make this town something great, something that people will want to come to, and people want to be a part of, yeah. So,
okay. Thank you, contestant
whoa,
number 2.
whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I go over?
This man has a weapon? I didn't I thought I was told no weapons allowed.
It's-
What's
it-
going on
it-
here?
He's right. All weapons were supposed to be removed.
This is not a
before
weapon.
we started.
Listen. I would never.
Bailiff?
No, don't take her away from me, please. I need her next to me.
Put it
Please.
in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
But I just, like, you know, she. Listen, I would never use this for anything other than you know, fixing things. There's no violence needed ever. I don't believe in that. Like, I just need her close to me, so you know, so that she makes me feel comfortable.
Oh, okay, contestant number 2, you can put that in your pocket. Keep it
Okay.
safe.
Thank you so much. I apologize, Mr. I forget what his name is. Tyson.
Oh,
What is it?
let me introduce myself. I'm I'm the Flying Dutchman, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
I host many debates.
Yes, you're almost unrecognizable.
All right.
It's nice to meet you,
Ooh.
Mr. Flying Dutchman.
Mr. Flying Dutchman, you have a nice green aura of you.
Yes.
It's very nice looking.
Very nice.
Carrying on. Who is ready to get started? First question. And then I think I'm supposed to pick who answers.
Yes, I think that's generally how debates work.
Sorry, reading my teleprompter. Okay, question number 1. What steps would you take to resolve trust in the town's leadership, given the recent revelations? Oh, what is my accent? About the former mayor's involvement with the Slads. Dusty, would you start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity to you know, give me a chance to become your mayor. I think that, like, my trustability would just, you know, you guys would understand once you just talk to me. I mean, I think I'm a very trustworthy person. I mean, you guys think I'm trustworthy, right? Right, Mr. Harga? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm a very trustworthy person. I've never turned my back on anybody. I honestly believe that, like, I could get all of you to really like me. I've done no wrong ever. I don't commit violence if it's not called for. I mean, I think I really think I'm just a darn trustworthy guy. I mean, like, you know, anybody who talks to you could probably tell you that it's true. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that wouldn't, but I don't know who would tell you that I'm not. But I think in the end, like, if you guys just get to know me, I honestly believe that you would know that I'm cut out to be your mayor, because I would never lie to you. Like, personally myself, I would never lie. I have never lied to a person in my entire life. You know, like, I don't believe in lying. I believe in telling the truth, and me be telling the truth. You know, I think that, like,
Oh, and there's our timer.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Contestant number 1, Mr. Neil. Is that Neil or Neil?
Question
Nelson?
mark?
It's Neil. It's Neil.
Neil, Mr. Neil, please, would you like me to re-ask the question after the long-winded explanation from the first contestant?
Sorry,
Yes,
Mr. Neil. Sorry.
I would appreciate if you could repeat
Okay.
the question. I did kind of doze off there as Dusty was talking. I have no idea what that man just said.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Okay. What steps would you take to restore trust in the town's leadership, given the recent revelations that have happened with former mayor's involvement with the Salads?
Oh, that's good. I don't believe Dusty mentioned any steps in relation to this question. So here, let me start. Well, first of all, you know, we need stern leadership in this town. And for someone who's been a business owner for as long as I have, and as successful as I have been, we need to crack down, and we need to fight all the crime in the city. We need to be neighborly, and we need to look out for each other. And of course, any decisions made in the town should go through me because my judgment is what's best.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Great answer. Great. All right. Now, for question number 2. Let me read from my cue cards. Now, recently, we have had a amazing Battle of the Bands, and that was great. Now, what are your thoughts on the importance of the town's entertainment scene? And how would you like to support cultural events to ensure they thrive? Mr. Neal?
Well, I'd have to ask the citizens, of course, because, any of these gatherings that we have in town, I'm quite disgusted by the people that are around me. Maybe we could get together and play some lawn games, on a nice, freshly cut area of grass, and drink expensive cocktails because everyone can afford them, correct? Okay.
Great. Okay. Dusty, would you like me to repeat the question?
If it doesn't, if you want to, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it.
Okay, layman terms here. Okay. How would you support cultural events to make sure they to ensure that they thrive, such as local concerts and the Battle of the Bands? What are your thoughts of the importance of the town's entertainment scene?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I really liked the Battle of the Bands. It was really cool. I think everybody there did a tremendous job, and they sounded amazing. And I think that kind of thing is definitely needed here. I mean, I think it would definitely bring the positive energy here, and maybe we find out around town. We ask people, if they have any things that they're really good at, and maybe we use that as I wouldn't say competition because I want everybody to get, but maybe we have them showcase their abilities and stuff like that, and maybe we could tell people outside of the town about things happening here, and maybe they were willing to come and visit and spend money. I think that it would be really it would be really good for the town to get people from different places around here, and I think that showcasing all our townspeople's amazing abilities, which I'm sure that they all have. I mean, look at these people. I mean, they all look like they could do amazing things. I'm sure that every single person in this audience right now can do something great, and I think that us being able to showcase that to everybody would make for a good time. I think it would make both them feel good. I think that it would make the townsfolk feel good. It would bring in people from out of town. I see only good in this. The music thing was really great. Maybe we do a cooking thing next time.
Yes,
or,
of course.
Of course. Or sewing.
Yep.
or
Yep.
weapon making. Anything.
That's great.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
This is exactly
audience gave it out.
This is exactly when Trump just dominated the time of speaking, but didn't say anything.
That's great, Dusty. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
This next question here. Let's see. What plans do you have to enforce Farpost remains safe from magical threats and dark forces? Neil, let's hear from you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Flying Dutchman.
You're welcome.
Well, first of all, as you know, we recently have lost our town sheriff, so my first line of business will be to nominate a new sheriff for the town.
Good idea.
Yes, please don't interrupt me, sir.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I just...
You're interrupting again. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just keep your
just-
thoughts to yourself.
I just wanted to let you know that was.
Yes.
Order in the court. Come on.
I'm sorry.
I only have good ideas. That's why I'm so successful. Okay. Anyways, where was I?
You were hiring a new sheriff.
Oh yes, of course. We're gonna hire a new sheriff, and of course that means retraining the staff, and we're going to make sure that first of all we have a great police department in the city. We might even, I know there's a wizard in town. We might even ask for their help as far as the protecting from magical elements coming into the city. And I've heard rumors that there may be some slads walking around town, and no, I don't mean to cause any commotion, but they can shapeshift into humans. So if you see something, say something, and we'll make sure it gets taken care of.
Great. Now, Mr. Dusty.
Wow, that was an amazing speech, Mr. Neal. Wow. Oh my gosh, dude, great job, man. That was some great ideas. I would do exactly that way.
All right.
Why, yes, wouldn't be the first time that others tried to take credit for my ideas.
That was just, I mean, people, what can I say? I mean, those were all amazing ideas, sir. Amazing. Wow, that's crazy.
Perfect. Okay.
Amazing thoughts.
Moving right along here. Okay. Next question. Who do you think would win a fight between a taco and a grilled cheese sandwich? Mr. Dusty.
Sorry, I'm sorry to make you. I'm really. But did you say a taco, a grilled cheese sandwich?
Yes. Of course I did. Who do you think would win a fight between a taco and a grilled cheese sandwich?
Do they need to fight? I mean, they're both. I feel like those two things could work together to make something really great. I mean, a taco cheese sandwich. You could mix the two together a little bit to make a really good meal for somebody. I don't understand why do they have to fight each other?
That sounds repulsive.
No interrupting.
Yes. I thank you for your opinion, sir. But there's no need for those two things to fight. We should all work together. And why can't the grilled cheese and taco work together to form a new something that we've never even thought of before? A taco cheese grilled sandwich or something like that. I don't believe that they need to fight each other when they're both so amazing. I mean, have you had one of them lately?
No, but
both of them are
answer.
just
we
so terrific, and separately they're amazing. So can you even imagine what they could do togetger? I mean,
that's great insight.
Awesome.
Okay,
they should just work.
Keep going.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You've
Thank
got
you for your time.
You've got a good noggin on you, Mr. Dusty.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, and now, Mr. Neal.
First of all, Dusty, how insensitive of you.
No.
Clearly, the Flying Dutchman cannot eat food. Look at him.
What? Why?
Exactly. And as far as this question that you ask, I don't know anything about either of these foods. My chefs do not prepare me this slop. So I do not feel that I'm fit to answer your question. Respectfully.
That's a good honest answer.
Yes.
Great.
Sir.
Okay, here we go. Next question. Firepost is known for its thriving fishing industry and vibrant marketplace. What is your plan to ensure that these industries continue to grow and that this town remains prosperous? Okay, we've
Well,
got.
how fitting.
No, 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 no.
My business
It's.
controls 75% of the fishing imports. I
Eh,
already know what's going on. I don't
was-
need to change anything.
I was going to hand
I'm
this off.
already generating enormous wealth for
Wait,
mostly
wait,
myself, but
wait,
also the city.
wait. I have extra time on the clock for Mr. Dusty.
Oh,
Is it me?
great. Yeah, just what he needs. More
Me?
time to talk.
Wait, is it my turn or his turn?
Yes, Dusty, proceed.
My turn? My
Yes.
turn? Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure I don't want to interrupt Mr. Neal. You know, I think that we need to try to get as many fishies as we possibly can. You know, I mean, it would be good, but not too many. You know, because we don't want to take up too many. And I mean, like, you know, selling them maybe to other places. I mean, is that okay with you, Mr. Neal? Are we allowed to do that? Can we get our fish and sell them to other places? I don't know.
What is wrong with you, sir? We do this already.
You know, like, but you know, maybe other places would like it. I mean, we could.
What do you think fish trading is?
You know.
Do you think we collect them all? We just have a bunch of different fish and we want to collect a different species of each of them?
But at the same time, we definitely need to keep them here for food and stuff like that. And you know, maybe we don't charge as much for the fish here as we might charge other places, you know, so people can keep their money. I think that there's enough fish out there that we don't need to charge an arm and a leg for them. So maybe we, you know, bring the prices down on charging, you know, maybe the you know, the government gets a little bit less than it normally would so that the townspeople can keep their money, you know. I don't think, but maybe we charge a little extra because, you know, our fishing is so well known around the, you know, around the other areas that maybe we charge them a little extra because, you know, our fishing is so great and our fishing is quality, you know, and all that. But, and then we just, you know, we let the townspeople here, we let them thrive by charging them less money, you know, and you know, the government takes a little, you know, we take a little bit of a hit, but at the same time, like, we allow the people to you know, make money and stuff like that. I think it's important to make sure that this town thrives just as much as other towns thrive, and maybe, you know, since we're so awesome at fishing, maybe we just, you know, we just charge just a little. I mean, not a lot extra. I mean, I would hate for somebody else in another town to, you know, go broke or anything like that. I don't want to put them out of business, you know. I mean, so if like, I mean, I'll talk with Mr. Neal here about it, but maybe we could work something out, right, Mr. Neal? Like, we could work something out, right? Like, you know.
Oh sure, yeah. Let's just lower the prices, and then, you know, while we're at it, I'll sell 5 of my 17 horses. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Well, hey, here's a good segue. How about Mr. Neal? How about you answer the question?
I already did.
Well, can you remind me what you said?
I own the most profitable business in this town. My business is the economy of this town.
Well,
everything we have here is thanks to me.
Okay.
Me alone.
Let's move on with our next question. So,
and I'm sure they thank you for that, sir. I'm sure.
Quiet on set, please.
Sorry.
All right. Now, very important question here. What is your favorite smell, and why? All right, Mr. Neal.
Well, I'd have to say my favorite smell is my new signature cologne called Bonchois. It's a nice blend of like burnt oak and and placenta. Yes. Burnt oak with a hint of placenta. Yes, and it's you know, for anyone here, it was just released, and you can get a whole bottle for yourself for the low price of 58 gold. I know. It's our most affordable cologne ever.
Great plug at the end. Okay, now let's hear from Mr.
#ad.
Dusty.
I mean, I've smelled a lot of things in my day. Like, you know,
I bet you have.
I have. Like, I've smelled
I'll tell you
around
what my
everywhere.
least favorite smell is. It's Mr. Dusty over here. He
What
stinks.
are you talking about?
No, guys.
Listen, I
One
just
at a
took
time.
a bath a month ago. Like,
What,
it's
in the
more than
seawater?
yes, but like, you know, it cleanses you. It still does. Like, okay, like to me, I think my favorite smell might be like old wood, kind of. I guess. I mean, I'm good at working with my hands. I do many things with my hands, and I love working with wood. I like you know, playing with wood. You know, the harder the better. And you know, when the smell of it just it just like permeates into my nose. You know, especially when you've been pounding with it and working with it all day long. You know, smell of wood, just so terrific. Just the have you ever felt a good piece of wood, Mr. Neil? Have you ever just touched it with your hands and just, you know, stroked it back and forth and was like, really feel it, and then it gives off this amazing scent when you sniff it. Like, you really get your nose into the wood and you sniff it.
Jesus Christ, okay, this is getting a little graphic. Okay.
What?
Okay.
May I
What?
interject?
What's
May I
wrong?
interject? Yes, Dusty, of course. I import only the finest wood, and I am actually the wood inspector. I check for hardness, and girth and length, and and yes, you must stroke the wood to truly find out its qualities. You know, it kind of speaks to you once you start stroking the wood.
Exactly. This man knows exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's a little rough. Sometimes it's nice and smooth. No,
Okay.
some-
You guys,
Yes, and no piece of wood is the same.
you guys are both hardwood certified. Okay. Moving on. Last question. Second to last question
yeah.
here.
No, it's just the smell of wood.
Okay. What qualities do you believe are the most important for a leader to possess, and how do you embody those qualities in your daily life? Mr. Neil.
Good leader needs to be concise and stern with his decisions, and there cannot be any delay in decisions that have, you know, effects over the well-being of everyone in the town.
Concise me.
All right. Good job, Mr. Neil.
I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know what that word
Dusty?
was. What's concise mean?
It's I'll lend you a dictionary later.
Okay.
Let's focus on your answer.
Oh. Question again? Sorry, that
The
word really
question-
got me. That word got me.
No,
Awesome.
that's okay. The question is, what qualities do you believe are the most important for a leader to possess, which means to have, and how do you think they embody those qualities in your how do you embody those qualities in your daily life?
I mean, I think a leader should be upbeat and happy and spread joy throughout. Like, I think that they should like spread their joy all over the freaking townspeople. You know, like.
Oh.
I mean, like, whenever the townspeople come around them, they should just be
Oh.
covered in the person's joy, you know, completely blanketed. And every single day, I go around and I spread my joy all over the place. And I think that a leader needs to give that off. You know, we shouldn't be negative or mean or you know, want to commit violent acts and stuff like that. You know, I think a leader needs to be you know, happy and show some positivity, you know, and I think that I completely embody that, and I think that once people realize that maybe like they've had a leader that maybe was a little mean sometimes and, you know, not very nice, maybe if they have a leader that is like really nice, and once they like walk up to me and they just get covered and splattered with the joy that I'm giving off onto them, then like they'll realize that like this is what we've been missing. And so like this is my plan is to first go around to every single solitary person in this place, get up real close to them, and just spread my joy all over them, right into their faces.
Fuck.
Right into their faces, you know? Covered in it.
That's a great answer, Dusty. Now, final question here before we wrap this up. Final question. Do you think people would still like you if you turned into a worm? Dusty.
If I turned into a worm? I mean,
Yes.
I think people would, because like, you know, if I turned into a worm, what is the best thing around here? Like best thing around here is fishing, you know? And if I turned into a worm, as a leader, I'd be willing to allow myself to be used as bait, you know? And then like, you know, even though it would be painful for, you know, fishes to come in and bite me and stuff, it would make the town prosper by, you know, us catching more fish using me as bait, you know, like, because we can't catch fish without bait, right? And you know, even though it may be only one of me, and I don't know how long I'll last down there. Like I might die the first time, but maybe I'll just be enticing to them, and you know, I might catch bigger fish because, like, you know, I would be an amazing worm. I would squirm around and wriggle around really a lot, and then like the fish would see me and they'd be like, oh yeah, I want some of that, and you know, they would come up to me and you know, they would get it, and then we would catch them, and like we might get like 10 times more fish than we already have. So like I don't understand how townspeople couldn't like great bait. You know, this is a fisherman's place. You know, I think it's the perfect mix, and if I had to do that for my town, I absolutely would do that. And I think a good leader needs to be willing to do that for their townspeople, even if it means their death. I mean, I don't want to die personally, but I want the town to prosper at the same exact time. And if I was a worm, you know, I would do everything in my power to help this town prosper by catching so many fish, and then we could all become rich. And even though I might not be there to see them be rich because I'll be dead because I'm a worm, you know, I will know that, like, I will feel good in knowing that the town is. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Are you okay? Do you need
something in my throat?
Need some water?
Yeah, a glass of water would be nice. Thank you.
Okay. Then Dusty walks off. Dusty leaves and walks off and go get some ground water. I'll be right back. And he leaves the podium.
Keep an eye on that man and his hammer. Okay, well, Neil, do you think people would still like you if you turned into a worm?
Well, of course. Everyone in the town loves me, no matter if I was a worm or a turd or a carrot or, you know, a salad for that matter. I'm personable. I'm very generous, and you know, if I was a worm, I'd wriggle my way right into whoever's mud hole wanted me to. You know.
Dusty walks back up and hand. There, Mr. Neil.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your well thought answers. Go ahead and please exit to the backstage and help yourselves to.
I think I did all right.
Great. Okay, now everyone, place your calls on the hotline listed on your TV screens, and we will get those votes tallied up.
TV screens? What?
You're not on stage anymore. See, this is the Flying Dutchman show now.
All right, so I deemed that Dusty won this is completely unbiased. This is me being the townsfolk with the townsfolk's needs in mind. I deemed that that Dusty got 5 points and Tyson got 3. So Dusty will have a +5 to his roll, and Tyson will have a +3 to his roll. So I'm going to turn my camera on here, and you guys are going to tell me which dice you want to pick. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's quite the view.
New phone, who dis?
So, here are your 3 options. We have this red and gold one. There is a white one, or a clear one with it, but it's got purple sparkles in it. You can kind of see that. And you got a blue and purple one, and a very hard metal gold one. So who would? I'm assuming I know which one Tyson wants, but you guys can choose which dice that I roll, so that it's not my fault when they have a number on them.
I want the red.
I'll take the
clear one. Okay, so Dusty's gonna have a +5. Tyson's gonna have a +3. Who wants to go first?
Roll them at the same time.
That's not enough suspense.
Okay.
Roll them and then don't show us for 5 minutes.
You can roll Dusty's first. It's fine.
Okay.
Even though I can't even see what the number are.
Dusty got. Come on, you can do it.
6
like
or
an
a
8.
9.
8,
That
6.
looks like a 6 because it's got the line underneath it. Oh, I moved it a little bit. Let me.
All right.
Is it gonna load? So Dusty got an 11. That's just. Oh, there we go. Dusty got an 11
Oh, that's a.
with a +5. You got an 11 with a +5.
Damn.
So this is
that's
gonna be
rough.
Tyson's roll. This is with a +3. And that is a 10, meaning Tyson gets a 13,
Damn.
and Tyson is the new mayor.
That
So-
fucking guy.
Despite what all the good works that Dusty did, the townsfolk, he won more, but the townsfolk determined that they just felt safer with Tyson.
They felt safer with his money.
Dude, I don't know how you talk like that. Just keep talking and fucking talking. I don't
Right.
understand.
Oh,
There we
I
go.
don't know.
That's better.
Dusty does not get tired.
It's
He-
kind of
That was very good.
It's kinda
I
one of
say
those-
like 2 sentences, and I'm like, all right, I'm out of things to say. right now.
It's kind of one of those things you just have to like clear your mind and just go with whatever pops into your head.
So we'll fast forward a little bit here. So speaking of talking and not knowing what to say next, everyone's in town square, and that representative. Remember the back in the day, the representative from the crown who originally came and talked to you guys and told you about the crown's mission. He's back because this is a crown matter. Electing a town official, it's a big deal for them. So he's back. And he's standing up on stage with a box, and Tyson, Neil, and Dusty are standing on either side of him, and he has this box, and he says, "Oh," and everyone else is standing in the crowd waiting for his decision. And he places the box and he says, "Okay, we have tallied all of the votes over at our head office, and we have determined that one of these 2 men are your next mayor." He says, he's like, after much consideration, and of course, we had to weigh the votes of the people. We had to weigh what's best for the town as well, and we have determined that your new mayor is Mr. Tyson Neal.
Amazing.
And
Oh, great.
all of the towns, here's how it works. All of the townsfolk kind of erupt in cheers, but all of the fishermen kind of walk away. They're like, "Oh, he's already our boss. Like, this is terrible." So the representative of the crown turns to Tyson Neal, he turns to Dusty, he says, "A good fight for you, sir. Good fight. I enjoyed watching your very long-winded responses, but I enjoyed it nonetheless."
Thank you.
Mr. Tyson, would you like to address your new town?
Nice job, Mr.
Oh,
Tyson.
Sure. Dusty, please stop. Yes. Hello, people of Farpost. I appreciate you for electing me to be your new mayor. I promise to bring the town nothing but wealth and prosperity and solid guidance. Okay. And if anyone needs anything, have your people contact my people.
Someone yells about from the crowd. Someone yells, "Who's gonna be our new sheriff?"
That is yet to be determined.
When are you determining it? We need to be safe.
Sir, I haven't even taken office yet. I'm not sworn in until next week. I'll look for candidates in the meantime.
Oh, okay. So the town, the crown official kind of comes over and whispers in your ear, and he leans over. He's like, I'm gonna swear you in like right now, not like in a week, but yeah, I'm gonna swear you in right now. Okay.
Okay, everybody, can I have your attention?
He says, "Well, Mr. Tyson Neal, we have us from the crown. We have a present for you as the new mayor. Every mayor gets this present, and please use it wisely." And he reaches in his tiny little bag of holding satchel, and he pulls out a massive, like 4-foot key, and says, "Here, this is the key to the city of Farpost. This is yours now to do with as you please."
It's real nice.
Oh, yes, I'll hang this in my cigar room right next to my expensive collection of books.
And he
Someone
says,
from the crowd, he can't even read.
he says, "And of course we must speak on the matter of our kind of your town's payment to the crown, and how you're going to pay travelers and the way that'll work, but we will speak on that later. We will retire to your place. I'm assuming you will be taking over the old mayor's residence, or do you have your own residence that you'll be staying in?"
I'd rather stay in my own residence. The mayor's house stinks of cheese.
Oh, that's great. I'd love to live there.
Kind of cheese.
Stinky cheese.
Oh, stinky. Oh,
Du fromage.
du fromage. He's like, of course, we will retire there, and we will talk about the idea of payment and protection with the crown, and all of good things that the town does not need to hear or shouldn't hear. Let's say.
Let's say what?
Let's say.
What are we saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That's just good business.
That's just good business. Yeah, with that, Tyson Neal and the representative of the crown walk off together, and they retire to Tyson Neal's house. And after some murmurs and some happiness and some joy and some sadness about their new mayor, the townsfolk slowly dissipate and go back to their jobs and their houses. So now we are back to our actual people. We're back to Torga, Harrison, and Dante, and they just witnessed what they think was an election. So Dusty comes back up to you, and I don't even feel good enough role playing Dusty. He was done so well by Shadow.
That was incredible.
What would Dusty come and say to his companions after losing the election?
He definitely ask how they think he did. Think he could have done something better. He just wants reassurance that he thinks that he did a good job. And
well, Dusty, I think maybe you rambled a bit. A little bit.
Very self-conscious.
That's okay. I'm the captain. It's tough love. I
will tell you that even though Shadow is doing such a great job, Dusty, personally, he's very old, and he's seen you guys. he's helped you build that ship back in the day. He's been with you through many journeys on the ocean, and now that you have this big fancy galleon with a whole crew that Rune vetted last session, he doesn't feel like his services are needed for you guys anymore, and he would prefer if he could retire into the sunset after. In his mind, he's sailed the seas, he's fought evil skeletal pirate lords, he's fought zombies, and now he's run for mayor, which is better than all of those things. And he can retire happily, knowing that he did those things. Is there anything else Dusty wants to say before he rides into the sunset?
He just
Dusty, what do you plan on doing for retirement?
be very thankful to be gonna go fish.
But Dusty, what are you gonna do during retirement?
Fish.
Become a worm.
Yeah.
He's gonna go find a witch to turn him into a worm. I want you to know that I gave Dusty that round because that was to answer the question, what would you do if you were a worm, with I would serve the people and be used as bait to fish with, was a phenomenal answer. That was so good.
It was
But
good.
yes.
Do you want me to speak as? Not what you want me to speak
I want
as?
you to give us a tiny quick monologue of what Dusty.
A tiny quick monologue from Dusty. Oh.
Yeah, a quick monologue from Dusty of what he plans to do with the rest of his life, and then he will fade into the sunset and become just a normal person.
I'll give my goodbye speech.
Oh no.
I just want to thank each and every one of you for letting me sail with you. I really appreciate you taking on a man like me. Great job, Captain. You've done a terrific job with this crew. Harrison, you're Torga, you've been a really terrific protector and first mate. I just feel like my time is done now. I'm getting very old, and I'm having trouble remembering things, and I just don't feel like I'm gonna to you guys anymore. So I think I'm gonna go somewhere and settle down. Maybe find a wife, or maybe I'll just take over some fishing or something like that. All that worm talk made me kind of want to fish and stuff. So maybe I'll just go set up somewhere and fish. Maybe I'll stay here. I haven't decided yet. Think it over, and then I'll figure it out sometime. But I long story short, I just want to say thank you guys all for everything you've done for me, given my life a little bit more meaning than I would have had anywhere else. So I appreciate you all. Good luck on the rest of your travels. I hope everything well, and if you ever need me again, I'm sure that find a way to find me. So thank you very much for everything. All right, that's it.
And he walks away into the sunset, but he gets blinded by the sunset and doesn't really know where he is. So he just kind of walks. He falls in a pond somewhere, and Michael Scott style, in a koi pond. And yeah, that's the life of Dusty as of right now. So I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and I'll be right back.
Jesus, that was so hard to keep the voice.
Yeah, it's always hard. I don't know. It's because if you're not using that as a voice, it's hard to switch back and forth.
Yeah. And I can't even do the Flying Dutchman voice. I didn't practice beforehand.
Oh my gosh. But that
was good. That was good.
Oh my gosh. Wonder what it would like to have. I would have loved to see your brother as Jerry.
Dude, I know.
I think that would have been done a terrific job at that. Gosh, that was an interesting. Oh my gosh.
You think he ever figured out what concise means?
Probably not. He had no idea. No freaking. Are we even sure that Dusty can read? I don't even know if Dusty can read or not. I can't remember if that ever came up or not.
I don't know.
I feel like he just like knows how to do things. Like he has just like learned how to do things over the years. It never really required him to read anything.
They betrayed me a shiny Ralts. What?
Why?
So we can maybe get a lucky one.
Oh shoot.
Can't wait for Derek to watch back that stupid video. Alright. I
Oh,
didn't check stats on any of these.
by the way, I figured out the game that I was talking about last night wasn't Roller Coaster Tycoon. It was.
What was it?
Theme Park. That's what it is. It's a theme park game. Because I was gonna say, like, I don't remember making roller coaster. Theme Park one more about like running theme park, and then like I'm pretty sure like the roller coasters and stuff were already made for you. You just put them down.
Honey, what are the stats of the one you're trading me?
They're gonna get re-rolled anyways.
Okay, so trade you a low one.
I'd prefer one with high combat power.
Are you available for trade?
Well, I was in there and I kept confirming, and then it would get canceled.
That's because I kept looking at the ones.
Oh, that was good.
Ready?
The one I'm trading you is 392.
Nerds.
No lucky trade. That's sad.
I want you to know, Riley, that the original idea I had for your character was Doug Dimmadome.
Oh my god.
But I realized that there's not really enough screen time to make Doug Dimmadome an actual character.
No.
But thank you for reminding me that I completely forgot the Flying Dutchman was a character, and I love him so desperately. He's such a random character. I remember when they go down to his locker, and I was like so scared for SpongeBob and Patrick. I'm like, are they gonna be okay? Like, this is a big deal in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pretty good.
What would you have done for what's his name, the flat guy?
Flats. I don't actually know.
How are you gonna kick this town's butt?
Yeah, literally. I was like, are you just gonna say every question was just kicking butt related?
Probably.
Or what was the other option? Oh, Doodle Bob.
Doodle.
What do you
Fun
mean,
fact. Fun fact, I love SpongeBob, but I've actually never physically seen the Doodle Bob episode.
Shame on you.
I know. It's never been available on my streaming services. And my mom thought SpongeBob was evil growing up. My dad Oh, go for it. This stuff's hilarious, son. My mom? Nah, you can't watch that.
Damn.
Yeah, by 1 point. We need Buffalo to win this, please.
Well, then they're gonna get some bullshit call against them.
You know what's going to happen is Buffalo's going to officially win, and then the league for the first time ever is going to overrule a winning because they found a penalty that would have changed the game, and they're like, no, actually Kansas City won, so Buffalo never got that point. I hate the Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs. I want Patrick Mahomes to. I want him to stub his toe and get a splinter under his toenail when he does it.
I just think, man, I just don't understand how they so many just greatly timed calls. It's
Let me just text this one thing, and then we will go for a little bit longer.
Penn State is taking Ohio State's defensive coordinator.
Can you do that in college?
They're signing him to the he's gonna be the highest paid defensive coordinator in college football.
Jesus.
They're giving him $3 million a year.
Oh, that's a lot of money. I'm very happy that my Bengals signed Notre Dame's defensive coordinator. That's literally the exact thing we needed. But anyways,
Notre Dame was trying to get Ohio State guy. Penn State offered him more.
Come to Penn State.
So, I mean, that's the thing is, like, our defensive coordinators are usually so good that they get offered jobs so quickly.
Okay, what am I doing here?
By other teams. So, like, we barely ever have defensive coordinators stick around for a long time because, like, they'll get, like, a top 5 defense in the country and then get offered, like, head coaching jobs, you know, jobs somewhere else.
I wonder if that's a Penn State thing or an actual. I wonder if Penn State's just a DC factory.
They kind of are. Like, every like defensive coordinator has gone on to like do like get better jobs and stuff like that practically because they just don't. Every year, like Penn State's one good thing every year is their defense. Even when they were bad, like their defense was always like one of the top in the country. Most of the times it was their offense that can't score. Their defense is
all right. D&D time. We'll go. So it's the next morning. You've all woken up from a very well. No, actually, sorry, we're not there yet. If you want to, Tyson Neal is holding a very large celebration in Sven's Tavern. If you guys would like to go and be a part of that. Otherwise, you can just go to bed.
Sure, why not?
So we probably should.
Dusty's gone. It's a sad day. So you were gonna be top middle here. I'm gonna put you in this place that you've never been to. So the place is absolutely just bustling. Some would say bussin'. The kids would say. And you notice that Sven, the tavern owner, he's serving a lot of pork, and you're starting to think maybe there was a little bit left over that you didn't realize, but that's okay. Tyson is here as well, and he is actually don't even have his token on this one, and he's gloating, and he is talking about he's pretty much taking every single opportunity to put Dusty down in every single way. But yeah, is there anything you guys want to do at this party? People are getting plastered here and there. And they are singing songs about Mr. Neal.
I feel like I would want to get some food and drink and...
Sure. So you go over to Sven, and he's like, "Oh, what do you need?"
I need something heavy.
It was a long day for you?
Oh, the longest.
He's like, yeah, we got a whiskey that I just brought in. Whiskey.
Whiskey.
He's like, I also got I got some pork in. We just stumbled upon a bunch of it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
We brought that here for you.
Nope, different pork.
What happened to the pork we gave you?
I gave it all to you. You stored it on your boat, remember?
No, but okay.
I don't remember that.
Okay, well, anyways, I can give it to you tomorrow morning if you're setting sail, but here, for now, let's enjoy the spoils of having a new mayor and having a new form of government around here. Mr. Tyson, I highly approve of him. So he gives you all some whiskey, some grog, some bacon, some baby back ribs, all the likes.
Oh, baby.
And you can tell that like I've said before, as you turn around and look at these, all look like mostly townsfolk. Not really any sailors or anything, as you have just kind of determined that sailors are not a really big fan of Tyson Neal for obvious reasons, because he is usually their boss, and now he's like double their boss.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do? You want to look, maybe see if anyone want to roll for perception or anything?
Who's good at perceiving?
I am.
Prescription.
Oh, I guess I have a +5.
Oh, wow.
7. Shit.
There's a man in the corner, all the way over here, very Aragorn style. He's just staring at you guys. Strider, yeah. He's just staring at you guys, and you can, Harrison, you definitely are very aware that he is staring at you. Like, he is staring at the group of you for sure.
Captain.
What?
There's this that has not taken his corner. I don't know.
Is he handsome?
Can't tell. He's kind of wearing. His outline looks handsome, but I can't really tell without seeing. But he's literally been staring at us since we walked in. I'm getting really uncomfortable. Like,
We buy him a drink?
I think we should go over. Like, I'm getting uncomfortable. Those are stares that I.
Well, let's go over there.
Walk on over.
Okay, so you walk on over there. Let's just do this. It's easy enough to do. And why not? Because I love him, and I'm going through it right now. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Look at that. That's the exact size of him.
Damn.
Oh, I love those movies. Yeah, so you get over there, and he's like, are you the adventurers in town?
Yeah, my friend said you weren't handsome, but you're actually incredibly handsome. I'm not sure what.
Whoa! I didn't say that. I said I just couldn't tell because of wearing.
Okay, well, my looks aside, does this mean anything to you? And he pulls up his shirt, his shirt arm, not his shirt, and his entire right arm looks like it's, what's the word? Necrotized? Like his arm is dead.
Oh,
he's like, does this mean anything to you?
Your dead arm?
Yes.
It means you should probably go to a doctor.
Should switch.
He's like, well, I thought you adventurers would know about the cult, but I guess not.
No, we know about the cult, but you should
Yeah, the cult.
tell us because it's been a while.
Yeah, you want to make sure I know, so I have to tell you, of course.
Right.
Yes. He's like, well, this is the cult of the undead sea. Remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you guys you're undead and you're on the sea. Yep.
Yeah, that's
No,
exactly how I remember.
no, not at all. The cult of the undead sea are a cult of strange men and believers that wish to resurrect every single dead creature in the ocean to serve their will.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
Yeah.
Maybe you heard different story. Maybe it depends on who you hear the story from.
He's like, this arm is the token of their power. This is what they've done to me when I went after them.
Well, your arm fucking stinks, dude. You need to get it looked at.
Maybe this is the cheese smell they were talking about. You at the mayor's?
Yeah, were you at the mayor's house recently?
He's like, well, I can see that I'm not wanted here, but you do all seem quite powerful, and I thought I would tell you at least of some information. Hopefully, you could do something about it, but that's fine.
So you're not in the cult? You just
I just barely survived the cult.
Oh.
I came here looking for others that could maybe take them down.
Well, how did you come across them?
I sailed after one of their ships, hoping to find their lair, and before I could even catch up to them, they turned on me and boarded my ship, and I barely escaped with my life. I rode back here on attaching my hair to a dolphin.
What?
Nice.
That's amazing, man. That's crazy.
So you chased a cult on a boat by yourself?
Yes, of course.
Are you stupid?
How did your arm get like that, though?
One of their chief wizards attacked me with a spell, and that's what left me with a necrotized arm. I'm no longer even able to use this arm.
Yeah,
at night, it has a mind of its own.
You gotta switch to lefty. The old
I
southpaw.
I have to do everything with my left hand.
Oh man.
Well, hey, we found a hook. Do you want to have a hook hand?
Can't lift it.
I can't use this arm though, so I mean,
Well, you know, we know a wizard, and I bet the wizard could fix your arm, but I don't think they can save your hand, and then you might have to have a hook.
do you really?
Yeah.
At the very least,
Okay.
there are shops all over here that might help with that smell.
But how's your cardio, first of all?
Oh, my cardio is better than most.
Okay.
You have any special talents?
Many for fighting and for resilience and all that.
I mean, did have talents for fighting.
Yeah,
Boom
yes,
roasted.
of course. So I will go see this wizard you speak of and see if he can replace my arm or anything. But I will take that hook just in case.
I think Torga has it.
I have it.
Hops has it, but I'm okay with you giving it away.
I mean, I thought that's what was in your pocket, unless you're excited to see us.
Oh my god.
And maybe check out some of those shops. I mean, they have fine smells that you can just ask over.
Why?
That
I hear
cheese.
Tyson Neal has a new wave of cologne. I might go.
Oh,
go seek
yes,
that
yes.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Just
I happen to have 46 gold in my pocket, so
just spritz a little bit of that on that arm.
Well, that cologne's it's 58 gold, so you might need to get some more gold, or maybe they'll give you some.
okay.
I don't know.
I will go beg for another 12 gold and see if I can get that.
Yeah, definitely need. That's a pungent.
Although I fear that it's gonna be like when you take a shit and you spray in the bathroom and then it just smells like fruity shit.
It just yeah.
Is that gonna be worse though, or is that gonna make it better than the?
I don't know, man.
Like,
I don't. Anyways, he's like, "Well, I will be seeing you. I'm gonna go see this wizard now," and he leaves.
We're off to
before-
see the wizard high up in the tower.
Before,
Yeah, have one of those fucking stairs.
yeah. Before we set sail, we just fast travel tomorrow or tomorrow morning to set sail for a new island. Mr. Pritchington, what would you guys are the town heroes, like you are it. So what is Tyson Neal coming over to you and saying to you as the new mayor of the town, but also you are the town's heroes. So what are his opinions on that? Because you are Mr. Tyson Neal at this point.
Why, hello. I presume you're Dante. Yes, I'm Dante. I've heard quite about you, Dante. People are saying you're the greatest captain in all the seas. I look forward to working with you, and I appreciate everything you've done for the city, and mostly just because I get to retain all my wealth. Because we're not being attacked by monsters. So,
pull them over.
What?
You're speaking to yourself.
Yeah, I don't like this.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming Tyson Neal's just general opinion is, as long as you're protecting the town, I'm making money. So, keep doing that.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no way, Taylor Swift's at the game? Thank goodness, I was worried she wouldn't be. Disgusting.
Don't you worry, Mr. Neal. I mean, we can always be available to help you. I will come in and show these people. I too, Mr. Neal, came from a very, very rich and powerful family. So I know exactly how it feels for you to, be a rich man in a not so nice place. You know what I mean? Like, we live a completely different life than I understand how it is completely.
What? Yes, but who are you?
My name is Harrison Pottermore III. I come from an extremely wealthy family.
I would say that Tyson Neal has in fact heard of the Pottermore family.
No, I understand. I know that this is probably a step down from you. But, in the end, us people like us should be empowering.
Yes, I mean, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but Pottermore, you say. I think, is your father Dumble Pottermore?
Absolutely. That's exactly who he is.
Yes, that's what I thought. He used to work for me.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was.
Never mentioned you. I can't say that I you, but
Oh, he never mentioned me, huh?
No, because usually, he only doesn't usually mention, people under him. He's never mentioned that he ever worked for anybody.
Yeah, I mean, your family has all that they have because of me.
He never mentioned that. He's always been the leader. That's just who is always the one to lead, never the one to follow.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that.
I wish you good luck, and if you need anything, maybe for a little coin here and there, maybe a discount for us.
Say, when was the last time you saw Dumble Pottermore? I'd like to catch up with him.
It's been a minute. I'm actually, and I lean over really close. I'm actually with these people because I'm trying to find him. He went away and then he just never came back. I wouldn't be with these in the lower class if it wouldn't be for.
What do you mean these people?
These lower, kind of low. Not like us.
Sorry, are you talking about like your group or just everybody in this room?
The group that I'm traveling with. This group.
Oh, the group that saved the city twice now? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, but they're not high class. They're not come from riches. Really understand. But there was no other way for me to get to find my father's. had to help them out until I find him. But I'll let you know if I do. You know,
Yes.
I'll ask him about you.
Please do. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Oh, that was an interest. That was good though. So after a fun night of partying and having a great time, you all retire to Merle Haggard's Fish Slot Inn and go to bed. So the next morning comes, and I'm assuming we want to set sail, or do we want to go inland? Like, we could do whatever you want. Originally back in the day when you captured Boris, he had a new map to different islands that were north of Farpost that you wanted to go eventually check out.
Eventually.
Should we like get a heading to go that way?
Yeah, you can. Well, you can set sail. You now have a crew of quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did we gain
5,
people?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So, long story short, while they were having the Battle of the Bands last session, Rune, who was not participating, was, instead of having his little gambling setup he was vetting. They put out a call saying you guys put out a call saying you needed a crew, and he was vetting people. So I had a bunch of random generated guys, and he was saying yes or no to them, for better or for worse. So because of that, you now have a crew. And
For me.
Would you like me to recap them for you? Because they're really good.
Yeah.
Let's go to
The smirk, the better.
Yes. So that was my thing I said to you guys. So I said to them last session, I said, the thing is, you can sail this boat with no help, but you won't ever be able to do anything in your downtime. You will only be worrying about the ship. Or you can hire a crew, and then you can do whatever you want while they do everything. So they hired a crew for obvious reasons. So now, as the boatswain, your job, Harrison, will now be more centered on yelling at people and making sure they're doing what is required.
That's more what it is too.
So here are your list of 12 crew on top of, well, I guess 14, because you have Boris and Sylvie, but Sylvie might die because we don't talk about her, which is totally fine. You have, this is a bunch, and I've given you, let's just go over there. Let's just go over there. So let's move us over here. What is you guys get in your boat the next day? What is the captain yelling at this crew to do once they set sail?
Captain.
I thought you were gonna explain all the people that.
Oh, I will, but I'll explain them as we're sailing. Wink, wink. Like.
So we're trying to figure out where we're going.
So Rune and Boris have their map, and they chart out your destination, and they will take you there. Rune is obviously not here, but he will take you where you need to go. So what is the captain telling everyone to set sail, or to do to set sail?
Raise the anchor.
Yeah, raise the anchor.
I don't, Mr. Bartholomew, you look big and strong. Why don't you raise that anchor?
Yeah, Bartholomew.
He raises. Yeah, he does in fact raise it for you. And after some, what happens is, Dante gives the instructions, and then as the second mate, Torga relays those instructions, and then as the boatswain, Harrison relays those instructions for a third time.
Do as he says.
Yeah, do as she says. Do.
And then also technically, you also have a third friend of this bad boy over here. Hold on, there we go.
But he's not summoned right now.
No, he's not summoned, so we're gonna leave him in the water.
What is your command?
What is your command?
All right, snap jaw, flicker, deep tank, and
these this is all because of Rune. So you just have him to thank for this.
gearhead, lower the sails.
Aye, Captain, and they lower the sails, and you start heading off. So let's bring this up here. So first we have Thora. We have Thor. Yeah, Thora Ironhide. This bad boy right here. He's a dwarf blacksmith. Speaks in a deep, gravelly voice, and he's unshakably loyal, but he's slow to trust anyone.
Wonder why.
Irithana Shadow Song. Very, very scary. She's a half-elf bounty hunter, and she's a skilled tracker, but distrusts authority. And so right off the bat, we're 2 for 2 for not trusting.
Why do we pick these people again?
These are all Chat GPT.
It sounds so French.
GPT.
Oh.
So next we have Winifred Windy Marsh, and he's a human herbalist. He's a natural meditator and good at de-escalating conflicts, but he's not a fighter and relies too much on his potions.
Rusting?
We have Bartholomew Grizzlehorn. He's a very large minotaur, but he's just a farmer, and he's just a happy little guy. He's a big booming voice, and he's got a set of tiny little glasses perched just on the end of his nose. He's very strong and organized, but he's a stickler for the rules.
Minotaur, taste the beast.
We have Tark Deep Tank Blackfins. That's his nickname, apparently. He's Deep Tank. He's a Triton, which are like fish people, and he's a deep sea specialist. He can breathe underwater and communicate with aquatic animals. I told Rune that, and Rune's like, "Oh, breathe underwater and communicate with aquatic animals. We need someone on our boat that can do that."
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
But it's weird. He has an eerie obsession with sea monsters and treasure room. Next we have Lottie Flicker Spark Gear. This guy up here, he's a gnome tinkerer. Always has soot on his face.
Gnome tinkerer.
And he builds Spark Gear Flicker. He builds and repairs cannons, but tinkering sometimes the things he makes sometimes explode randomly. Next we have Mr. Rusty Gearhead Riggs over here. He's a robot. He speaks in a monotone voice, and he's incredibly strong, but he's prone to rust in wet environments.
Oh, jeez. Why did he okay this?
Well, Rune was thinking that this guy over here could fix this guy when he gets rusty.
Oh my god. Fix rust?
So then, up in the crow's nest, you have a guy. He's a Aarakocra, but he looks like a parrot, which I thought was fitting. He's a captain. His name is Captain Gulliver Gully Crest. So he wanted to be the captain of your ship, and then Rune pretty much humiliated him to just be just a guy. So he's gonna be just a guy, but he can fly and scout or deliver messages, but he hates being below deck and gets claustrophobic on ships.
Okay. Jesus, what the fuck? Sounds like a terrible fucking crew.
I love this guy's name, Garth Snapjaw Brickson. So he's a lizard folk, and he's a cook. And again, Rune was like, "Oh man, we need a cook on our ship.
Cook?
Let's bring him in." He's a cook. Once a hunter in a swampy region, he discovered his love for cooking, being stranded with just a crisis. He makes meals with the worst ingredients. Hungry for adventure? Let me feed it to you. I think we only have about 2 more here. Where are we? Ah, yes, we got Mr. Old Man Bullrick Barrel Stouttail over here. People just call him the Barrel. He's a dwarf carpenter. He talks to the wood as he works, collects small tokens from every job, and can fix almost anything with rope and nails. He spent years crafting only barrels, and he only knows how to craft barrels, but he's trying to learn how to craft other things.
Fuck, I forgot about that guy. So dumb.
So we got two more here. Where is he? Yes, right below Rune we have Grimble Gearlock. He's also a gnome, just like Flicker is up here, but he is an artillerist. He does pretty much the same thing that Hops does. He's always tweaking the ship's cannons. He has soot-soaked goggles. Grimble once ran a failing fireworks business and turned to piracy for a better audience. I'll turn your cannons to a work of art and make sure they leave a lasting impression. And then last but not least, all the way at the front of the boat, we have Silas Greaves. He is a human, actual pirate. He is actually a pirate. He dresses very well, even at sea, and keeps detailed inventory of logs, and greets everyone with efficiency and refuses to drink rum. He organizes supplies flawlessly, but he's a perfectionist who gets irritable. And that's your crew that Rune lovingly recruited. These might change within reason here and there based off of people maybe dying, and we're not going to bring them onto islands unless there's like a full-scale war going on. But that'll be the matter for another time. So you've set sail, and Boris and Rune are diligently going over your maps and your compasses just to make sure that you are still going in the right direction. Would we like to do a little bit of a D20 at sea encounters here? So Riley, Tori, give me a D100 roll.
Oh, I don't have one of those physical dice. I was getting ready to roll something big. Okay, let's see. D100.
Please don't roll Kraken again.
My friend. 100.
He's not supposed to ever come back.
25.
That's funnier than 24.
Just by one.
Wow, this is a terrible one.
Want me to re-roll?
Sure. Actually, this is going to happen, but also re-roll because that's not funny. So, two crew members are playing chess on the top deck. The ship shifts, causing one of the king pieces to slide off the boat.
Oh no!
Oh no, my table.
Damn it.
So, what did you actually roll, Torga?
44.
That sounds like a way better number.
I hope so.
Oh, okay. So this has just given me a plot hook for the future. Thank you. So Torga, you're walking around and you notice that there's a board missing from the deck. There's a wooden board missing, and you don't think anything of it. You did get this ship secondhand. Who knows what happened with it?
Weird. Okay.
Maybe an hour later, you are walking around a different part of the ship, making sure that they're your new crewmates. Like, you don't trust these guys yet. They've just signed up for a job. You don't know who they are. You notice a couple more boards are missing.
Weird.
And as you, by the time you get to your destination and the islands on the map, which we will deal with next session, there's quite a few boards missing. And you don't know if you never noticed them or you don't know if they've disappeared, but there are quite a few boards missing. And
Our ship is mysteriously falling apart.
And we'll just leave it at that. So, Dante, would you like to give me a D100?
Sus.
If you
Damn, if Dusty was here, he'd know what to do about all this missing wood. This is wow, this is perfect. Okay, so Dante, you head down to the cellars because you really are craving
you feel just like Pink said, you got scurvy, you need some vitamin C. You need a lemon tree. So you go down to the lower deck and to grab some fruit out of one of your barrels, and you just set sail, and you knew this thing was fully stocked, but you notice that there is quite a bit of fruit missing, and you've seen the crew eating their fair share, and you know that they're okay, and like they've been healthily supplied, but not this much. There's definitely there's more fruit missing than makes sense at this time. Would you like to ask anyone about it, or would you like to just move on?
I'd like to grab Torga and Harrison and show them my findings.
So yeah, he grabs you two and he shows you that there's a bunch of fruit missing randomly.
What the hell?
Certainly not a fruit person's. I didn't take it.
Yeah, you're not too fruity.
Do we have a stowaway on board somewhere?
Well, speaking of that,
It was
I noticed that the ship is also missing some wood.
That's interesting. Is it the pigs?
We just have to say swipe or no swiping a few times, right?
Yeah, that's all you have to do. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget you have 8 pigs in the basement.
Fuck.
God.
So you know what, Mr. Barrel actually is gonna be, he's taking a liking to the pigs, and he starts taking them on and starts looking after them.
That's good.
Should you gather the between them?
I mean, I haven't said anything to anyone other than you guys, but I reckon we should probably do a check around the ship.
Because I feel like
See if
somebody is stealing, they're just gonna steal. As in, what am I supposed to cook without?
But what if it's not a crew member?
I mean, we can check every nook and cranny in this. I mean, we can have somebody do. See if it's somebody that is here.
I feel like if we check around the boat and make sure we don't have any, I don't know, anyone hiding or...
I think we would notice missing wood. Where would the wood...
Well, I don't know. I didn't notice it until I started walking around.
Like, fruit.
This is a secondhand boat.
Fruit somebody could eat, Like, I mean, if they really wanted to, but wood, like, you'd have to carry it somewhere, take it off the boat, something like that. And...
Right, and we'd probably see someone stroking it.
I mean, I know Dusty liked to stroke a good wood. I caught him below deck stroking wood plenty of times.
Can we do some investigation checks?
Go for it. Everyone can look around the boat and do some investigations.
Terrible investigation.
Great. Wonderful. Awesome. This is super duper.
I got an 8.
We fucking suck.
Great.
Wow. You got a +7, which is hilarious.
I know.
Holy shit. So you got a 1? Oh my god, dude.
Can we just add them all together? We're
Yeah.
like searching in a group.
We should just get advantage on everything.
Oh, I should remind you. Dante has advantage. Not advantage. You have inspiration because Pritch won the election. So, do you remember how inspiration works?
Nope.
You just have another dice that you can roll at any time you want. And I'm not saying use it right now because that would be a waste. But like at any other time when you roll a d20 and it doesn't go your way, you now have an extra d20 to just roll again. So if it's a very important roll, you can roll it twice just to make sure you do the thing, or if you failed the first time.
I feel like I should just use it now because I'm going to forget about it.
No,
Okay.
do not use it right
This
now.
This is not.
A waste.
This is
This is
not.
important where supplies are missing.
Well, let's interrogate the crew.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Sure, you can interrogate the crew if you want, because you guys look around and
I'm
you
good
now
at insight
find
and
more.
perception.
you now look more. You find more floorboards are missing, but you don't you don't know what's going on.
I knew I should have. There's a spell that you can use that makes people tell the absolute truth, and I should have grabbed it. Fuck me.
No thanks.
I'm really good at insight and perception, so if I could tell if somebody's lying.
All right, so tell me, Harrison, you can go around. Tell me who you want to interrogate.
Everybody all at once, front and center.
Can we just get them in a long line and walk up and down?
Sure. They all line up in front of you.
Who does number 2 work for?
We're the ones that were didn't trust anybody.
Oh, good point. So here, I'm gonna put you.
Shadows.
Yeah, you're correct.
And
so I'm gonna put you over here. Also, I've made all of these tokens movable by everyone. So if anyone wants to be like, I get the crew to do this, you can just move them. So we'll bring these two up. These are the two distrusting ones.
look at Aura first. Which one do I run?
Yeah, you can roll insight on both of them. What are you asking them?
You know anything about the missing foot and also the missing floorboards? Either of you. You are the ones that don't like authority and aren't very trusting. Seems like the most suspicious one. I don't want to place blame or anything like that, but I'm just wondering.
Oh no! Oh, I've been eating the fruit on the daily, on the regular, but I haven't stolen any, and I don't think I'm taking too much. And the half elf says, "No, I haven't even eaten anything in 5 days. As an elf, I don't even need to do that."
God.
You could roll for insight if you want.
25.
Yeah, you think you're pretty sure both of them are telling the truth.
All right. Seem very trustworthy. Go back to what you were doing.
Thank you for your time, though. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you're great. You're great members of this crew. Thank you.
Yeah, they don't seem like they're telling
All right, bring up the next 2.
We're just gonna go with everybody.
I'll put them over here because you've already done them.
Bring up the cook and the.
Which I forget which one the cook was.
We'll bring up Snapjaw here.
Perfect. So yeah, they.
I'm gonna look at Snapjaw. Do you really think that you're a better cook than me? Because I'm telling you right now that you're probably not. I mean, what makes you think that you're a better cook than me?
Oh my god.
Well, you hired me, so you hired me for my cooking skills. Why would you?
I didn't hire you for nothing. All right,
Your party hired me. It doesn't matter who hired me.
And you honestly believe that you're a better cook than me? I mean, I am the best cook on the seas.
Should we have a
I would absolutely love. I mean, I'm telling you right now. Like, I promise you that I am a better cook than you. We need you for other things. You don't need to cook. All right, that's my job.
I guess we should have a cook-off and see who wins.
Absolutely. You name the time and the place, buddy.
After this, of course. But what did you want?
Talking about
the missing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You probably stole that fruit, didn't you? Because you were trying to get a one-up on me because you wanted to make your food taste better. So you probably stole that fruit, didn't you?
He looks you up and down. He's like, I prefer meat, actually. But
where are the bodies, Garth?
It was not me who stole this fruit, if that's what you're implying.
What about wood? We're missing planks, too.
I have a question. I see that you were interrogating
Interrogating
us about this wood, and many of us have noticed the missing wood. Why would we steal the wood for the ship that we work on?
Never
Would
know.
we
You
not-
could be
would we
wanting
not-
to get this stuff and then get off the ship. You know, you could only be here to steal stuff from us. We don't know that.
Would we not risk sinking?
But I mean, you looks like somebody's taking just enough that they know that we're not going to sink, but enough that maybe they could get away with something. You know.
All right. What are you talking? What are you saying to Wendy?
You know, Wendy, I don't know what it is that you do here, but what is
I brew potions.
potions? Right, potions. Is there any potions that require fruit or wood?
Not usually. More rare materials.
So, would you have any reason to steal it?
No. Sure.
26.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're both telling the truth.
I don't trust this Snapjaw guy, Captain. I
Would
really
you like to interview anyone else? I'll let you interview 2 more.
I don't trust this Snapjaw Captain. I don't think he stole anything, but I still don't trust him.
I feel like Gearhead needs to be. Just kidding.
What about who is it that doesn't like being on the ship? Somebody that doesn't like being on a ship?
Oh yes.
He doesn't like being below deck.
I thought
Gully doesn't like. He feels queasy on ships.
thought he
Likely story.
just we'll bring down Gully.
Yeah. Anyone else you want to talk to?
So, Captain, do you have anybody that you who-
Captain's on the toilet.
Okay. First mate, is there anybody that you think that we need to talk to?
I don't know. What about that big old grizzlehorn?
Bring him over.
Bartholomew? Is that actually how that's spelled?
Uh-oh.
Get out of me!
What?
You're inside
No.
me.
You're still here.
He's like, oh, the Gully comes flying down from the crow's nest. And he's a fast talker, and he's like, yes, sir. What are you doing? What do you need? What's going on? And then Bartholomew's like, yeah, what do you need?
Mr. Gully, I know that you don't particularly like being on ships. So what are you doing here then? Exactly.
Well, I don't like the vessel that carries me there, but I like the adventure of finding new land and being able to discover new islands and such.
Do you know what? I personally myself, I don't like lima beans, you know, so you don't see me going around getting on top of them and eating them and stuff like that. I just don't understand that your meaning for being on this ship in the first place. Like, if you don't like being on a ship, why are you here? What are your intentions? I feel like, you know, that makes me a little skeptical. We're missing some fruit and wood, all right? And I'm just wondering, are you on here just to steal and then make a getaway? Because you doesn't make any sense for somebody who doesn't like ships to be on ships.
Like I said, I'm more about the destination than I am about the journey, and I don't wish to be on here, but I can fly beside the ship, and that kind of cures my seasickness. But
I think if you want an adventure, you can always just fly somewhere. Why do you want to be on a ship?
Well, could you run across the ocean if you could run on the water?
I mean, why you could fly across the ocean though.
Yeah, but if you could walk on water, and you ran the entire ocean, you'd get too tired. It would take so long for you to run that you wouldn't want to do it. So, I mean, it's the same with flying.
I'll get back to you, Mr. Grizzlehorn.
Yeah.
You were like a farmer or something, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you join this crew for? Exactly.
Well,
there's no farming here. There's no crops.
The land dried up, and I couldn't get any more crops out of them. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll find a new place to live with better crops.
Or did you think, hey, I see them stocking up with food that I just can't get in my place anymore, so I'm just going to come and steal it and then leave? Maybe, find,
Well,
something like that.
I did put my head in the fruit barrel, but I did eat a lot because it takes a lot to feed me. But I didn't eat. I've seen that barrel and how empty it is. It's almost half full at this point, and that wasn't all me.
Is it half full or is it half empty?
It's half
Make up your
full
mind.
because-
Come on, man.
Half full because at least we still have half of a barrel.
You're saying you weren't here, we'd have more than half a barrel?
I'd say if I weren't here, you'd probably have like 5/8 of a barrel.
5,
Not
8.
too much.
I don't know it.
Not too much. I
Just
can't believe the Chiefs just won. I'm so upset.
Just a big dude like you on a boat just seems like seems a little misplaced.
No, I feel a little too big to be here too, but I'll be mighty fine help for you when we land and I can sink my hooves into the soil. Do you want to roll insight on both of them?
Yeah. This will probably be a bit. 18.
That's good enough for me to tell you that you are pretty certain that they're not lying. So I will end our little interviews there. We will finish this story hook that you guys have created out of nothing. If Harrison's D20 or D100 relates to it. If not, we're going to come back to this later. Roll a D100 for me, Harrison. And if it's...
10.
Wow. That's a very good number on a D100. Or a very bad number, maybe. You should roll again. Actually, hold on. You don't roll again. I just go to my second list. I have 2 lists, so I'll go to this one, see if it's better, because that one sucked. And that's not fun. It's the same. That was the same one.
2?
Wow.
Out of 100, I can't roll over 10.
Oh, no, this is really good. This is really good. Okay, so who should it be? Okay, perfect. So Windy, as you guys are interrogating, Windy stumbles and kind of sways back and forth, and then falls overboard.
The fuck?
Hi. So I figure throw a rope to her?
And overboard.
Do you wanna try to throw a rope?
Yeah.
I'd say that you're not sailing fast enough to completely lose them, but she's gonna be gone soon.
Yeah, we'll throw like a life rope or whatever.
Roll, Torger, roll for athletics.
17.
Okay, let's see if she's able to grab onto it quick. Oh, nat 20. Yeah, not only do you throw her a life rope, but it wraps around her body, and you have her perfectly winched, so you can drag her back on board.
Hell yeah, we'll drag her back up.
Beautiful. So with a strange, I almost just gave it away. What I decided was going to happen. Strangely enough, with food and wood going missing, and a nearly dead crewmate, your ensemble of crew members are kind of getting along with each other. As you sail further and further, Gully flies up to the crow's nest, and after a little while, you hear him yell, "Lando!" And you guys all run to the front of the boat, and you see 3 islands clustered together, the way Boris drew them on his map. and that's where we're gonna end it.
You low-key think this boat is haunted? Anybody?
I just had to come up with on the fly with what's going on in your boat, and I absolutely love it.
It makes me scared.
So we'll end it there, and we will get back together whenever. I don't know. We'll figure that out in chat, but I want to play again. I'm really enjoying our campaign, but I'm gonna go kiss my wife.